Hey guys, so I'm skipping the intro because, some things just upset you in life and they rock you. So as you all know, I've been reading labor history, two different books at the same time, bouncing between the two books, getting perspective on labor history and learning things that I hadn't known, more in-depth things of the plight of labor history. And this has been going on for weeks. And it's really reinvigorated the spirit, because we all know that the plight of working people in this country is so difficult and has been so difficult. And so we all know how hard it is to stay motivated, because you get beat down every day. Every day you got to go to work and work this 8 hours and then come back home, and then you go through the routine because the bills are coming and they don't stop, and the debt is coming and they don't stop, and everything's coming and it doesn't stop. And so you're stressed and you're working and you're working and you're stressed, and you're resting and you're working and you're stressed. And so we know how difficult it can be and how daunting it can be to continue to want to push and do more and try to help to improve things when things are so difficult. Anyway, in reading this labor history, it dawns on me that I'm kind of upset that, I didn't learn any of this stuff. Not to the extent that I'm learning it now. Like, I didn't learn about the Haymarket Affair. I didn't learn about the Molly Maguires. I didn't learn about these things that I didn't learn about John Brown. Really, I didn't learn about a lot of these things that have happened, or maybe I just did and it glossed over. But I don't remember them covering labor history like this in depth and teaching me the value of collective action for working people and making life what it is today. Weekends off, that came from a struggle. It wasn't like that. 8-hour day, that came from a struggle. It wasn't like that. Life wasn't always this type of working environment. It was brutal. It took us fighting to get it, right? And so I started to think, I'm going to create a slide presentation about the importance of labor history and how we need to demand that it is taught more robustly in grade school all the way through high school. I know you can get labor history courses in college. You shouldn't have to wait till you get to college to get some really good understanding of how we got to where we're at today. So imagine my shock when a candidate for state senate, Ben Litchfield, shout out Ben Litchfield. Good luck in your race. I'm pulling for you. But he sends me a text and he's like, "Are you going to this thing on Monday?" I'm like, "No, I work nights. I can't go." So I asked him for the details. He offered if I wanted the details to the event. I'm like, "Yeah, please do." So he sends me the details. And it ends up being an event calendar for different labor actions that are going on in Virginia. And I'm scrolling through it because it's a bunch of different labor actions. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I'm scrolling through it. And I come across Tuesday, March the 14th. And it says, labor history in public schools to be discussed in front of the Board of Education. This is a listening session for public comment. Dude, I got so happy. I was like, wow, they're going to actually discuss labor history in public schools. This is happening. This was yesterday. They're going to discuss labor history in public schools. What a great thing. I'm so excited. Yeah. And then I read what they're discussing. And what they're discussing is the removal of most of what labor history is taught. What little that's taught, the removal of most of it. And I become so hurt and like defeated, because it was like a punch to the stomach. You know what I mean? When you go from a real high and you just fall to a low, because it's like, and this is what Governor Youngkin is doing here in Virginia. He's already attacked African American studies, Black history. He's calling everything woke. He's doing the Ron DeSantis thing. He's attacking critical race theory that's not being taught in school. He's trying to erase Black history from school. Now he's coming for labor history. Next, it'll be women's suffrage, I'm sure. Next, it'll be the genocide of the native populations. It is like taking a eraser to the entire ugly spots of America's history. And how can we possibly move forward if we don't know where we've been? This is the type of stuff that dictators do, fascists do. They want to just always prop themselves up. This is the corporatist thing. They never want bad PR. So the corporation of America can't have bad PR. So we got to erase all the ugly stuff from the corporation of America's past. This isn't the United States of America. It seems to be they want it to be the corporation of America. And we're going to have this image, and that's what we're going to portray to the world. And we're going to hide all the dirt and all the ugly stuff that goes on here, because we really don't care about y'all. Because what do corporations do? They only care about profit. So they're only going to care about increasing inequality. And what's a good way of being able to do that? Well, at the grade school level, you completely erase labor history from what's being taught. You completely erase black history from what's being taught. So they can never really learn where we come from and how we got to be where we're at. They'll always have this false imaginary dream about how great it is here, while they look around and they see how difficult it is. Let me read to you this thing. This is from Virginia United. Virginia is for labor.com. And I'm going to put that link in the comment section. I mean, not in the comment section, but in the description. And really, if you care about labor and you live in Virginia, find one of these spots and sign up. I'm going to be in Mount Vernon on Tuesday at that hearing. I'm going to speak out in favor of just how important labor history is to be taught, and not only taught, but expanded. We don't teach it enough. We don't know enough. As our children are growing up, they don't know enough about the plight of working people, so they grow up with these fantasies about how great corporations are. They don't understand how cold-hearted they are actually, and how you're just a number, and how if you don't produce, you get gone, and how when you do get gone, there's nowhere to land. There's no safety nets for your protection. All right, so here we go. The history of workers in Virginia is under attack. This is true. This is what's happening right now. History standards in Virginia are updated every 7 years. The new proposed standards put forth by anti-worker extremist Glenn Youngkin and his Virginia Department of Education would remove the American labor movement. They want to remove teachings of impact of the Industrial Revolution on working families, including women and children. Remove the rise of organized labor entirely from Virginia lessons plans. Undermine how the New Deal, which included important labor wins like the 40-hour work week, is being taught. Everything you know about your work life as far as how it is structured came about from the New Deal, just about. It's up to us to stop the whitewashing of our history and tell the complete story of workers' rights in our Commonwealth. And by the way, labor history, our interests line right up with black history, line right up with women's suffrage, lines right up with all of it, because it's one history of working people, that level, lower level income people, and their struggle against the upper echelon. Sign up below to let the board know that the Youngkin administration's newly proposed standards are unacceptable. It's important for the board to hear directly from school employees and other concerned Virginians that factual standards highlighting labor history, black history, and diverse perspectives are essential. Find the hearing nearest you from the list below and sign up to make your voice heard. Scroll down to read public testimony talking points ahead of attending your hearing. Again, I'm going to put this link in the description box. If you get that little pulse in your chest that pisses you off that they're going to erase your history from public schools, sign up to one of these, and I'm going to give you the announcements because there's one near you. Jamestown labor hearing. Jamestown, the spot of the very first uprising with black slaves and white indentured servants joining together to overthrow their plantation. Jamestown labor hearing, Monday, March 13th, 2023 at 5:45 p.m. 2110 Jamestown Road, Williamsburg, Virginia, 23185. Look it up, sign up, and go. Mount Vernon labor, this is where I'm going. Tuesday, March 14th, 5:45, 3200 Mount Vernon Memorial Highway, Mount Vernon, Virginia, 22121. If you live in the Northern Virginia area, go to Mount Vernon. I'll see you there. Let's get it. Piedmont College, Community College labor hearing. Wednesday, March 15th, 5:45, 501 College Drive, Charlottesville, Virginia. If you're out there, Charlottesville, let's get out there. Big up, throw your fist up, and make your comments. O. Winston Link Museum labor hearing. Thursday, March 16th, 5:45, 101 Shenandoah Ave, Northeast Roanoke, Virginia. All my people out there, Roanoke, let's go. You know you guys are in that fight too. Southwest Higher Education Center labor hearing. Monday, March 20th, 2023, 5:45. One Partnership Circle, Abingdon, Virginia. Let's get out there. Robert Russa Motion labor hearing. Tuesday, March 21st, 5:45, 900 Griffin Boulevard, Farmville, Virginia. Let's go. Sample talking points are in this link. You can download them if you want to speak out and have talking points to speak on. You can write your own thing. Your speaking limit is 3 minutes. It's hard for me to keep my mouth shut. 3 minutes is not enough, but we're gonna try to pack a lot in 3 minutes. But I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna let my voice be heard, and I'll let them know that it's an IBEW 26, EWMC 26 member out there representing labor at this testimony. It's so defeating that this is what we're up against, and we have members within our own organizations supporting this. But is this what you support? Is this really what you support? When you gonna open up your eyes, bro? I'm Eric. You're watching Union Minded. The fight's not left and right, it's up and down. It's gonna take class solidarity to win, always. Each one teach one, get out there and reach one. And don't forget, there could be no union without you and I front and center. Let's go!